There's dust on my knees from 1,000 prayers, some spoken loud, some lost in air. I've walked through silence I could not explain, carrying sorrow I could not name. The house feels empty since you're gone. Time keeps moving, I stand alone, and every memory cuts like glass, reminding me of what won't last. Still in the hollow of my chest, I hear a whisper that won't rest. Dust on my knees, light in my eyes. I'm learning how to see through Christ. Lord, if you're still here with me, don't let this broken heart deceive. I've lost my way, I've lost my pride, but somehow I'm still alive. And through the ruins of my past, your mercy holds me fast. I blame the heavens for the pain, I curse the nights, I curse the rain. I thought that faith had turned to stone and left me walking all alone. But in the quiet of despair, I felt you standing there, not in thunder, not in flame, but softly calling out my name. And every tear I tried to hide was met by love I can't deny. Dust on my knees, light in my eyes. I'm learning how to see through Christ. Lord, if you're still here with me, don't let this broken heart deceive. I've lost my way, I've lost my pride, but somehow I'm still alive. And through the ruins of my past, your mercy holds me fast. So if tomorrow brings the end and I can't start again, let me fall into your grace with forgiveness on my face. Jesus, take this weary soul, make the broken pieces whole. Let my final breath declare you were always there. Dust on my knees, light in my eyes. No more reason to ask why. Every wound has turned to song. Your love was all along. Now I see beyond the night. No more fear, no more fight. Just a heart that's been released, finally at peace. Oh Lord, you turn my ashes into dawn, and even when I was lost, you never let me go. I heard the church bells far away while standing in the cold, alone, with memories I could not escape and burdens heavier than stone. I used to sing with fearless faith. Now every word feels hard to say, but somewhere underneath the pain, your spirit still remains. And though my heart is filled with scars, you never left my arms reach. Be the candle in the dark when I can't find where you are, when my soul is weak and torn apart. Lord, keep alive this heart. There were nights I blamed the sky for every prayer that went unheard. I questioned if you walked with me, or if my cries were just like dust. But then I felt your quiet peace, like healing rain on dying leaves, and every chain around my soul began to lose its hold. You turned my sorrow into grace and tears into praise. Be the candle in the dark when I can't find where you are, when my soul is weak and torn apart. Lord, keep alive this heart. I've lost so much along the way, still your mercy calls my name. And through the ashes of my past, your love will always last. So if my road leads through the fire, let my faith grow even higher. And if my voice begins to shake, still hear the prayer I'm trying to say. Jesus, hold my weary soul when the night feels far too cold. You are the hope I'm holding to, the only truth I know. Be the candle in the dark, the light inside my broken heart. Now I see your hands through every scar. You were there from the start. And when my final breath is near, I will have no fear, because the cross has made a way for me to rise again. Hallelujah. Your grace still shines on me. Hallelujah. You never stopped loving me. I was cold inside my soul, a broken man with wounds untold. I tried to hide the pain I kept, but heaven saw the tears I wept. I lost my way, I lost my peace, felt too far gone to be redeemed. Still through the silence of my shame, Lord, you called my name. And every road that led me far still ended where you are. Beneath these weary skies, I lift my trembling hands tonight. Father, hear this desperate prayer. I need you here. When all my strength was gone, your mercy told my heart, hold on. Now every scar becomes a song of how your love brought me back home. I carried guilt like heavy stone, believing I must walk alone. But grace came pouring like the rain and washed away the fear and pain. The cross reminds my wandering heart, your love was there from the start. And though I fell 1,000 times, you never left my side. Your voice became my shelter then, and taught my soul again. Beneath these weary skies, I lift my trembling hands tonight. Father, hear this desperate prayer. I need you here. When all my strength was gone, your mercy told my heart, hold on. Now every scar becomes a song of how your love brought me back home. If I must walk through valleys deep, be the hope my heart can keep. And when the darkness closes in, remind me who I've always been. A child redeemed by sacrifice, safe forever by your light. Jesus, let my final breath bring glory to your name. Beneath these weary skies, I finally see redemption's light. Every chain has lost its hold, your grace restored my soul. And though the world may fade, your promise never breaks away. So I will sing until I'm gone. Your love has led me home. Hallelujah. You carried me through the storm. Hallelujah. In your arms I belong. walked alone through shattered nights, with empty hands and fading lights. The cross upon the wall grew dim, and silence felt so cold within. I called your name through trembling tears, but only echoes filled my ears. Still somewhere deep beneath the pain, a spark of faith remained. And every wound I tried to hide, you carried by my side. When heaven hears my cry, will mercy find these broken eyes? I've fallen more times than I can explain. Still you whisper through the rain. You never turned away, even when my soul lost faith. Now I kneel beneath your light again, saved by scars, redeemed by grace. I buried dreams beneath the dust and blame myself for all I lost. The weight of sin, the fear, the shame, like heavy chains around my name. But in the dark your voice appeared, so calm, so strong, so near. You said, my son, just come back home. You were never alone. And through the storm inside my chest, your love gave me rest. When heaven hears my cry, will mercy find these broken eyes? I've fallen more times than I can explain. Still you whisper through the rain. You never turned away, even when my soul lost faith. Now I kneel beneath your light again, saved by scars, redeemed by grace. Oh, so take these trembling hands tonight and teach my heart to trust your light. If I must walk through suffering, let every tear become a hymn. And when my final breath arrives, be the peace that fills my eyes. The only King my soul will sing, Jesus, carry me. Now heaven knows my name, and mercy washed away the pain. Though the road was dark and filled with fear, you were always here. I see the dawn arise, reflected in my weary eyes. And I will sing until my final day. I was lost, but grace remained. Oh, hallelujah, you never let me go. Hallelujah, I finally made it home. The window shakes from pouring rain. Another night consumed by pain. I sit alone beside my bed, with restless thoughts inside my head. I used to think my faith was strong, till everything I loved was gone. Now all I have are wounded prayers and a heart beyond repair. But in the silence of despair, I feel your presence there. Still I call your name through every loss, through every flame. When my soul can barely stand, you hold me in your hands. And though the tears still fall, your mercy reaches through it all. You heal the pieces deep inside. I'm broken, but alive. I carried sorrow like a chain, dragging guilt through every day. I tried to hide from who I was, afraid I'd never be enough. But then your voice cut through the dark, like morning light upon my heart. You said, my child, don't be afraid. My love has made a way. And every road that led to grief brought me back to peace. Still I call your name through every loss, through every flame. When my soul can barely stand, you hold me in your hands. And though the tears still fall, your mercy reaches through it all. You heal the pieces deep inside. I'm broken, but alive. So let these scars become my song, the proof that you were here all along. And if my faith begins to fade, remind me of amazing grace. Because the cross still stands for me, a sign of love eternally. Jesus, you are all I need, my hope when I can't breathe. Still I call your name, and now my heart will never change. Through every valley, every storm, your arms will lead me home. And when this life is done, I'll stand before the Holy One. No longer lost, no longer afraid, forever saved by grace. Oh Lord, you stayed when everyone left. And even in my darkest hour, I could still call your name. There's an empty chair beside the fire, a photograph that won't let go. I still hear laughter in the halls from someone heaven took back home. These tired hands have built a life only to watch it fade away. And every night I ask the dark why love could never stay. But through the silence of my grief, your voice still speaks to me. Beside the cross I lay my sorrow down. Every fear I've carried for so long now. Lord, if mercy still has room for me, then let these broken eyes finally see. I am just an old man full of scars, trying to find out who you are. And though the road was cold and hard, your grace kept my heart alive. I spent years running from the truth, drowning pain in empty nights, pretending I no longer cared if wrong or right survived inside. But every road I took alone only led me back again to the sound of distant church bells calling me like an old friend. And every tear I could not hide was counted in your eyes. Beside the cross I lay my sorrow down. Every fear I've carried for so long now. Lord, if mercy still has room for me, then let these broken eyes finally see. I am just an old man full of scars, trying to find out who you are. And though the road was cold and hard, your grace kept my heart alive. If this world is fading slowly and my final day is near, let me leave behind these burdens and trade them all for peace. Jesus, hold my shaking soul when I reach the great unknown, and let the first thing that I hear be heaven calling me home. Beside the cross, I'm not alone now. Your love has pulled this weary soul out. Every wound and every memory has been washed in eternally. Now these old eyes finally see what grace has always meant to me. Even after all I've done, your arms were never closed. Hallelujah, hallelujah. every goodbye. You never left my side. The midnight wind is calling soft through cracks inside these aging walls. I sit alone with trembling hands, trying to understand it all. I've seen goodbye too many times, lowered roses to the ground, and every loss left echoes here that never made a sound. But somewhere underneath the grief, your whisper still reaches me. When my soul kneels down and the world keeps crashing down, Lord, be the voice that pulls me near. When I am drowning in my fear, I am just a weary man, holding on the best I can. And though my faith is bruised somehow, I still believe somehow. There were years I ran from grace, too ashamed to seek your face. I wore my failures like a chain and let regret become my name. But every road that led to pain brought me back to you again, like a father waiting in the rain to bring his child back home. And every scar upon this heart shows me how deep your mercy is. When my soul kneels down and the world keeps crashing down, Lord, be the voice that pulls me near. When I am drowning in my fear, I am just a weary man, holding on the best I can. And though my faith is bruised somehow, I still believe somehow. If tomorrow never comes and this old heart finally stops, let my final breath be filled with the name above all names. Jesus, carry me across every shadow, every loss, into the arms of endless light, where tears no longer fall. Now my soul kneels down, but I'm no longer lost somehow. because your love has found this man again and again. And when the angels call my name, I will not fear the grave, for the cross has opened heaven's door, and I am yours forevermore. Oh Lord, you stayed beside me through it all, through the silence, through the sorrow. You never stopped calling me home. This old room feels colder now. Pictures fading on the wall. I trace the faces that are gone and wonder why I'm still holding on. My hands have shaken from the years, from too much whiskey, too many tears. And every road I walked in pride left another wound inside. But when the night became too long, I heard your mercy in a song. This is the last prayer of a broken man, crying out with all he has. Lord, if you still hear my voice, don't let me die lost. I have wandered far from grace, carried shame I could not face. Still I fall down on my knees, begging you, remember me. Think that I was strong till the ones I loved were gone. The empty chair beside the fire still burns like old regret inside. I tried to bury all my pain, but sorrow only leaves a stain. And through the darkness of my soul, I needed you to make me whole. And like the sunrise after rain, I felt your peace again. This is the last prayer of a broken man, crying out with all he has. Lord, if you still hear my voice, don't let me die lost. Jesus, I have nothing left but this weary soul and broken breath. So take this life I could not save and wash it clean with grace. This was the prayer of a broken man who finally understands. No matter how far I ran away, your love remained. Now the fear is fading slow, and peace is warming this soul. Soon I'll see eternity, and you'll be waiting there for me. Oh, hallelujah. You never gave up on me. Through every loss, every sin, your arms were open all along. Rain keeps falling on this old tin roof, like heaven trying to break me through. I sit awake with sleepless eyes and ghosts that visit every night. There's a Bible lying near my bed, words my mother used to read back when faith was still alive, before the years hardened my life. I thought the pain had closed your door, but mercy found me once more. In the sound of grace, in the rain, I hear you calling my name. Through every sorrow, every scar, you stay close to my heart. And though this weary soul has strayed, your love never walked away. Now these trembling hands can finally raise a prayer through the pain. I've stood beside too many graves, watched the flowers slowly fade, and every goodbye carved a mark upon this tired and restless heart. There were nights I drank to numb the ache, begging memories to fade away, but no darkness could erase the light broken souls arise. In the sound of grace, in the rain, I am not lost again. Every chain that held me down has fallen to the ground. And when I close my eyes someday, I'll see your face beyond the grave. The wounded man I used to be has been redeemed completely. Hallelujah. Your mercy reached this broken soul, and through the rain, through every loss, there's an old coat hanging by the door, and a Bible worn from years before. Pages stained by trembling hands, trying hard to understand. I've buried friends, I've buried dreams, watched life fall apart at the seams. And somewhere in the endless rain, I almost lost my faith. But every time my soul gave in, your mercy pulled me back again. Before the morning comes, hear this tired and broken son. I've walked through shadows all my life, still searching for your light. And though my voice is weak with age, my heart still calls your name, because the cross has carried me through every misery. I remember nights I cursed the sky, asking you the reason why love can leave, why people go, why pain cuts down so deep below. But in the silence of my grief, you planted something like belief, a quiet hope that would not die, even when I cried. And every scar upon my soul brought me closer to your home. Before the morning comes, hear this tired and broken son. I've walked through shadows all my life, still searching for your light. And though my voice is rough and worn, your grace still leads me on, because the cross has carried me through every misery. So if these are my final years, let me spend them drawing near, not chasing gold or empty praise, but kneeling in your grace. And when my weary body falls and heaven finally calls, let the angels hear me sing about my risen King. Before the morning comes, I place my soul into your love. Every failure, every scar, you heal them where they are. Now the fear inside me fades, washed away by saving grace. And when I reach eternity, I know you'll welcome me. Oh Lord. was never truly alone. Through every grave, every storm, you were carrying me home.